Hey everyone, how are you doing? Today we are going to do a video review of Fiio, F-I-I-O, pardon me if I pronounced it wrong, for the Fiio X3K. So this is the Mark II version of the famous X3 DAP, which Fiio came out, I think, 2 years back. So we are going to look at how this player looks, how it sounds, what are the functions like, and also what's in the box. So this will be a review which also has some unboxing in it. So Fiio is calling this model Fiio X3K and not Fiio X3 Mark II or like version 2 or anything. So let's see what's the main features. I haven't actually opened this box. Thanks to Paul, with a handle called Broco from HeadFi for lending his unit for this review purpose. Thanks a lot to him. Okay, so let's zoom into the functionality of this player. So let's see what's the key features. It says it has a high quality DAC chip, which is the Cirrus Logic CS4398 chip. I actually don't know much about this chip, but what it says is it can do a 24-bit 192 kilohertz PCM playback, obviously high resolution music playback. It has a asynchronous USB DAC, so you can connect it to your PC or any other device and make it work as just the DAC. And one wonderful thing is this native DSD support. In around, I think, past year, in order to get a native DSD support, you have to buy the Aston Kearns AK240 player, which costs 2,500 US dollars, whereas this player at the price of around 200 US dollars. You're getting native DSD support. Even my favorite Sony ZX2 does not have native DSD support. Um, but let's see whether, as I said in the Sony ZX2 review, native DSD support doesn't mean that the music is superb. It is converting to PCM for ZX2 and it sounds equally as good as the AK240. So we are going to see how this player sounds at this price point. So let's have a look what's inside this box. We can see it has a pure black box over here with nothing written on it. So after a bit of struggle, I've managed to actually open this black box. There you go. The player is wrapped in a protective plastic over here. We're going to take a look at the player a little later. Let's see what else is in the box. Let's look what's inside the accessory cardboard box over here. Some instructions in English about Fiio, about a quick start guide, how to insert the micro SD card, and etc. It comes with a micro USB cable. Also, it comes with a coaxial cable. It comes with some stickers. I think you can stick it to the player. Even the Fiio X1 came like that. It comes with screen protectors and warranty card. The player actually comes with the same rubberized case as it came with the Fiio X1 player. I haven't owned any Fiio products in the past, so I'm guessing all their products have the similar trend for casing. It's not a bad case, but what I hated about the Fiio X1 case was when you're putting it in your pant pocket or anywhere, this rubberized will get a huge friction from his pant pocket and it will be a struggle to insert this player in your pocket or any other tight compartment. As you can see here at the back of this player, it says Fiio. It's a review unit and it's not for sale. It says the model number Fiio X3K. Okay, let's look at the left hand side. What we have, similar physical button layout as the Fiio X1. On the top we have the headphone jack and the line out coaxial out support. But the chassis of this player is very similar to the Fiio X1. So the screen is similar kind of screen. On the top left hand side we have the menu button. On the right hand side we have the back. On the bottom left hand side we have the previous track. On the right hand side, bottom right hand side, we have the next track. We'll boot up the player now. Before going into the software details, let's have a look at the player first. In this review, I have compared the Sony ZX2 and the Pono player with the Fiio X3 second generation player to see where they stand. I've also used the Noble K10 Universal IEM earphones for the review purpose. Now we are going to look at the software menu of this player. The more I'm using this player, the more I'm falling in love with it. It's an excellent piece of hardware at $200 and the things it can do. It has implemented this beautiful soft scroll wheel. All the hardware buttons are very responsive. There is no lagginess. I think the Fiio X3ii software was a bit laggy, but this software is really done well. It's the same software you'll find in the Fiio X1 DAP, which is $100. So we're going to look at the software side, what the features are and what it gives. It's a very minimalistic UI over here. This is the home screen you can see. Let's go to the settings. Inside the settings, we have like forcefully update the media library. You can choose to be manual or automatic, like every time you turn on. Then you can have the key lock settings, whether you can lock the hardware buttons. The screen timeout, you can change it. The brightness, you can set it. Whether when idle it will power off or not. And what's the idle power off time. The sleep, whether it's on, the sleeping time. So this one features a deep sleep. So Fiio claims to lose zero battery when it's in deep sleep, and you can just wake it up instantly. Even though it's not in deep sleep, the boot up is really fast. Next we have multifunctional outputs. You can choose line out, coaxial out. So there is a jack on top of the player, as I've shown last time. The one jack purpose is two things. You can do a coaxial out or as well as a line out, which is a welcome addition. The USB mode is storage. You can choose to be a DAC, which will, this player will just act as a external DAC to your computer. One good thing about this player is you can connect OTG USB devices. So that means you can connect your phone or any other device which has the USB OTG support and make this player as a DAP. And it comes with colorful themes. You can choose different themes over here, and they're lovely in the shade and the contrast. So it says supports inline headphone controls, so you can plug in headphones which have inline controls and control volume and play, pause your music, which is excellent. The software of this player has two settings. One is the general overall system settings, and the other one is the playback settings. So this is the play mode, whether it's like a single play, repeat, shuffle, all those options. Resume mode, you can resume at a particular position of the song you just left, and you can turn it off. It's been set to a song, so it'll start at the beginning of the song when you resume. This is the gapless playback. Maximum volume, you can choose and create a volume lock so that people don't get hurt accidentally with heavy volume. Default volume is memory. Fixed volume setting. Gain, which is an excellent feature over here. If on a high gain, say with a volume of 100, it could actually drive my Sony Z7 headphones better than my Sony ZX2 player, which cost $1,200 US. So it is an excellent feature. It has an equalizer. As you know, I set it to off always, but it's a very detailed equalizer. It's a 10-band equalizer, which I think is perfect if someone wants to play with and change the sound signature. You can change the balance of the music, left and right, the standard settings. So these are the play settings we see over here. And next one is the browse files, which is the folder view. And so as I was telling before, you can connect a OTG USB device and browse the files from there, which is an excellent addition. So this is the memory card. So as I said before, this player doesn't have any internal memory. So this is the memory card option. So inside the memory card, it will show all the folders I have over here. So let's play a DSD file. One thing I'm going to say here is when I was playing the Michael Jackson's Thriller yesterday and playing the Beat It song, it was stuttering in the beginning and also at the end. I have replayed the song. The next time it didn't stutter at all. I think the software needs to be improved a bit to stop that stuttering, but it's not like that it's going to stutter all the time. I've listened to the full album after that and it didn't stutter at all. So you select a song, press the center button, and there you go, it starts playing. And in the center of the screen, it says what song it's playing, the artist, the album, and what type of song it is. It's a DSD, in this case, 1-bit 2822.4 kilohertz song, and it's doing a native DSD, which is just wow. Let's choose a non-DSD song. So in this case, the album art cover comes at the back and also the song. In order to play and pause, I just click the center button, it pauses, click it, it starts playing. This is the back button over here. You can use this to display the menu on top. You can choose to favorite it, add to a playlist, shuffle, change the play type like repeat once, and you can also delete the song from here. I think it's a complete menu system. It has like whatever you need, you have it here in this player. Now coming out to the main menu, so this is the category option. So inside the category, I get to choose all songs menu, album menu, artist, genre, favorites, and playlist. So the songs menu are inside this particular category option. I wish there was if Fiio could have done a setting where I can choose one of the categories and make it to my front page, because for example, I use the albums menu a lot, and if I could put it on the front page, then it'll save me a couple of clicks every time. And the last one over here is the now playing. It will take you to the current playing song, which is great. Now coming to the sound quality part of the review. This player has hardly any background noise. I was using the Noble K10, which is very sensitive IEM, and I could hear a faint hiss, but if I'm using some other, I have a Clips IEM with me, and it was like dead silent. And what I'm proud to say is this player has less background noise than the Sony ZX2 player, which is, I think, is excellent. In terms of the sound quality, it is very detailed. It is quite lush, not as lush as the Pono player. I think the Pono player soundstage is a bit larger than this player, but it's not. You can't make it. You cannot make it out as that much. There is a slight difference. The Pono player is, I think, it's a bit more detailed compared to the X3. But the tonal voice and especially the female voice, they sound absolutely stunning for a player of this value. And coming to the native DSD playback, oh my god, it's just awesome. It sounds almost as good as the Sony ZX2's DSD playback. Since Pono Player doesn't have DSD playback, I couldn't compare with it, but it is great. Apart from the occasionally stuttering during the DSD playback, I think it is flawless. At this price point, what I expected was this Fiio X3 to be in between Fiio X1 and X5, but this actually comes very close to X5. and sometimes I think it is better than the X5, and it is definitely worth double the price of X1, which is $100. Comparing the player to the sound quality of Sony ZX2, I think it falls short, not by quite a lot. The Sony ZX2 is way more detailed, and sonically it's a pleasure to listen to it, but this is not bad. You can listen to this player whole day. I've been listening to almost like 4 hours straight and just loving it. The X3 is a bit brighter in sound compared to the X1. It has a more punchier bass with more details, more clarity definitely than the X1. But the Pono player, I think in terms of sound quality, is a bit better than X3. Now concluding this review, um, I'm not comparing Sony ZX2 in this review, so I'll keep the Pono player among side by side with this player for the final review conclusion. And what I think is, out you go, Pono player. With this $200 package, you cannot go wrong. This is an excellent buy, and I would recommend everyone to get this player. And what I love about this player is it can do DSD, so I can store all types of songs in this player and connect a expensive DAC at home, say a Hugo DAC or something, and play all the songs from this cheap player. I know people are buying the AK240 and connecting to the Hugo DAC, which I think is pointless, by paying 2,500 for a AK240 and again another $2,000 for the Hugo DAC. But getting a $200 pocket device on the go and at your home, you can connect to a expensive DAC, or even connect your phone to this small Fiio X3 and listen to extremely high quality music. I think it is an excellent buy. The features it offers actually overthrows the Pono player, which cost about $400 with a laggy UI and missing physical buttons. Even aesthetically, this player is way better than the Pono player. I'm looking forward to the Fiio X7, which would be their next flagship. With Fiio X3 second generation, if Fiio could achieve so much, I don't know what they'll do with Fiio X7. They might overthrow all other big players in the market. Thank you guys for watching the review, and definitely it's a must buy for audiophile lovers. Thank you very much.